Alright, there we go guys, welcome back to another rig rundown video. Now just before we start playing that, I want to draw the winner from last week's episode. Now I had a little competition running just to drop a comment down below to enter to win your own rattle gun. Now I've picked a random winner. James Burke has popped up. Now he left a comment saying his favourite series or video to watch was the Chase and Lion series, so pretty awesome. I'm going to be doing one of them per year hopefully going forward, so look out for that. But James Burke, mate, send me a message on either Instagram or Facebook and I'll get that rattle gun sent out to you. But for now, let's just get on with this episode. Alright, so we're here with the G-Wagon again. Now, if you missed part one, make sure you go and watch that where we sit down and chat to the owner of this awesome car. But today, I have got Chris Carruthers. Nice to meet you, mate. Now, he's the man responsible for pretty much this whole build. And normally I go through the part two on my own and just give you a rundown, but I thought I have to do this car justice, and it's something so different. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot about them. So, it's a 2017
G63.
G63 G-Wagon. So, let's be honest, they're a ridiculously expensive car to start with, and it's gone one step further, and it's not just for show. This thing is pretty much been set up for touring, and it's going away pretty soon, isn't it?
Yeah, next weekend.
Victoria
High Country.
Yeah, cool. All right, well, we'll get straight into it, I think. We'll start with the front end. Pretty much from what I can see, obviously a whole lot of steady lights on here, light bars up the top there, and a whole lot of spotties on the front. You've got a worn Zhiyun with a factor 55 hook. Now that's pretty good winch, and that's like a top of the range thing.
Yeah, definitely is.
Bloody awesome. Now this bull bar, what is that custom or is it a?
This is original AMG.
Yep.
Got it powder coated. It was chrome. This is Brabus winch bar.
So it's separate to that part.
Separate
it's just to house the winch. Yeah, awesome. All right, I've got a GME antenna obviously for your UHF. These lights, have they been changed?
Yep, they've gone to a LED with the daytime running light built into them as well.
Awesome, and the bonnet here, I see there's a bit of carbon fibre going on now. That's probably not standard either, is it?
No, that's Brabus scoop as well.
Yep. So what's Brabus is a brand?
Brabus
They're not Australian, obviously.
No, it's the German accessories for Mercedes-Benz.
Okay, yep. So they do a lot of carbon fibre bits, obviously. I see snorkels as well. So there's two snorkels on this, dual snorkels. They're carbon fibre, that's pretty awesome. Are they both plumbed up or?
Yep, both go in. So both sides go into air boxes and go in through individual turbos as well. And
there's a little range hood thing there above the windscreen as well. It looks like it's part of that package.
Yep, that's a genuine Mercedes-Benz item as well for the 4x4 squared.
Yeah, man. All right, well, we'll get into the engine bay a bit later. We'll come down the side and see what else is going on. Are these flares standard or?
They are 4x4 squared as well. Yep. Standard item, carbon fibre.
So one thing I noticed, like I've seen this car on online obviously, and I've seen a few G-Wagons before, but never in person. And I've got to say, it's a lot bigger than what you expect. Like I'm standing next to it, you might be able to get a bit of an idea, but I think I sort of underestimated the size of it because they look like a shorty almost. They're kind of quite boxy and tall, but they're actually a large car all around. And just the height of that step is sort of the standard height of a four-wheel drive, even with a lift kit. And it's sort of one step further with this thing. So clearance isn't an issue. The only thing you may be worried about is, I guess, the top heaviness.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see what happens in the high country. Keep it on its wheels. Roof rack, what is that?
That's front runner, roof rack, all their accessories, axe mount, their Max Trax mount, silver front runner.
So they're those new ones as well.
The extreme version, front runner jerry cans, there's 4 of those. There's a water one up the top as well. RodePax mount for another jerry can, so we're running 100 litres on top.
Now you need that because I was told earlier as we were cruising here, the standard tank would only give this thing about 300 k's range. It's ridiculous. The economy is around 25 on a good day. It's up and around the 30 litres per 100, so there is a sub tank under there. What size is the sub?
Sub's 98 litres.
Yeah, 98 litre sub, which will get you pretty much just to match whoever you're travelling with. It's not even anywhere near 1,000 k's range, but look, it turns the noise and the fuel turns into power and smiles per mile. That's what they say. All right, around the back end, I see this on the side. Looks a bit different. I haven't seen that before.
Water tank. It's 40.
Oh, okay, so it's up here.
37 litres, I think it is. Water capacity.
Yeah, why is it there? Space.
Because you can. Space is a bit of an issue inside, so just getting it
and
down
it's black,
a bit lower
so
than on
it'd
top.
warm up a bit as well, I guess, if you wanted some
get a hot shower. Yeah.
That's pretty handy. Is there any more water storage as well?
There's another 45 litre front runner tank on the top.
Okay, right.
So we've got about 100 litres of water on board as well, just in case.
Yeah. What else is up there? There's a couple of army boxes and stuff.
Yeah, the Zargs USA aluminium boxes, storage boxes. Bit more storage, waterproof, dustproof.
Yeah.
Had them colour coded to the car as well.
Yeah, mint. There's a couple of steady spotties on the rear as well.
Reverse lights. Yep. There's a picnic table under there as well.
Oh, okay.
We
so
had
it's not a
that
clip. How do you get up here? Oh, there's a ladder up the side.
Yeah,
so that flicks out and this will slide out.
Slides out, yep.
That's a good idea. It's a good idea for the storage and the access, but
yeah.
I guess if it gets filthy and dusty, you have to wipe it down or whatever, but it's a good idea.
Yeah.
This spare tyre doesn't look like the same size as what's on there, or is it?
No, it's a 37. Yep.
37? Yeah. Must just be the size of the car. It makes me look at
that's a Brabus wheel carrier as well.
Okay.
They unlock that and then a bolt in the middle and that folds out.
But it's hinged to the door.
Hinged to the door itself, so yeah.
So it all swings in one,
Yeah.
Over here, obviously I can see an awning, so that's a full 270 degree.
270 degree, yep.
Straight around. Good luck undoing it. Look,
yeah.
It'd be good for shade, but you got to spend half the day opening it.
Yeah.
This is a tap, I assume, for that water tank?
Yep, just for the 45 litre tank up on top.
Cool.
Iron Man high lift jack as well.
High lift jack, yep. And it's a very high lift jack. Actually looks
yeah,
longer
it's
than
the
standard.
60-inch version, which is about 20 inches longer than their standard one.
Bloody hell.
As you need it.
Yeah. What's going on here looks different.
Roto packs, storage compartments, so you can roll your snatch straps and whatnot up inside.
Open them up.
And then open them up.
So is it purely designed for a strap?
Yeah.
I guess you could throw a couple other things in
there.
Yeah,
a couple
or
other
whatever.
things. Yep.
Yeah, right.
Just a little bit extra storage.
All right, now we're in the engine bay of this beast. Now, not too much has been done with this, but it's a V8 engine. What's the capacity?
4.7 litre twin turbo.
4.7 litre twin turbo. So it's had a tune.
And that's an exhaust system. Yep.
So the exhaust is does it have a cross piece or is it straight out each side?
Out each side. Yep. Goes over the top of the chassis rails and underneath your side steps.
And it sounds like nothing I've ever heard. Like it's real torquey, so it's quite low end. Like it doesn't rev too much. No, it's really low end power, and it's just the burble it has is like nothing I've ever heard before. So I think you'd either love it or hate it, but I think for a V8 it's quite different, and I think it's quite awesome. So power, what's the power it's putting out?
About 600 horsepower.
600 horsepower, and the torque would be up around
a bit over 1,000.
Yeah, over 1,000. Bloody hell. So, and it's an automatic transmission.
Yep, 7-speed auto.
7-speed.
Centre diff lock. Yep. Front and rear diff locks, all standard as well.
So why does it use so much fuel? It's just they'd all be like that.
Yeah.
I guess. How much do they weigh?
They're a bit over 3 tonne.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. For the how low the revs are, and it's not extremely heavy. It's surprising how much fuel it uses, but I guess it's all to do with the right foot.
Yeah.
Other than that, not much else in here. You haven't got any compressors or anything in here, or
no, it's all pretty much
takes
stock.
Up the whole room, doesn't it? It's just
the winch isolator I've mounted in up at the front here.
Yeah, cool.
That's about it.
Yeah, there's not much space for anything else.
No, there's not.
All right, well, we'll jump inside now and have a look what's going on in there. All right, inside this beast, just give me half an hour to get in. All right, so it's very luxurious in here, but sort of minimal at the same time. When it comes to any accessories and customization, I'll show you a bit later what's going on in the back, but it's really been designed to sort of minimize any extra switches and buttons on here. So just the general stuff, obviously very nice steering wheel. It's just like a leather thing, isn't it, or a suede? It's bloody amazing. Leather. It's got paddle shift, that UHF radio, so it's a GME. Obviously we were talking about that antenna before. Standard diff locks, doesn't it? It's got
center, front and rear.
So it's like four-wheel drive, connects front to rear, and then you've got, so everything's switchable individually. There's something a bit special with the diffs I'll get to a bit later. Also, I see there's a Red Arc tow here as well.
Yep.
Is he planning to tow caravans and stuff? That'd chew the juice, but at least it's there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's there for future.
What else in here? What's in here that sort of you wouldn't expect on four drive? I guess the seats are all electronic. It's got heated seats.
Heated seats, cooling seats.
Cooling seats. How does that work? There's actually holes in the seat.
There's 2 fans underneath.
Yeah,
so
right.
it blows cool air up and down.
Bloody luxurious. Touchscreen here, so all your navi, all that stuff.
Command system.
Yep. Do you get any diagnostics from the engine through here? Or
no, you don't. No. Use the scan tool for all that.
Yep. Has it got traction control, obviously?
Yeah.
Different modes for terrain, or?
It doesn't, no. Okay. It's just low range, just on a switch down here. Yep. But it doesn't have all your dynamic select style thing.
They normally don't. They work against you normally anyway. Those kind of things. It's a bit of a gimmick.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Well, we'll keep inside, but we'll go back there and see what's going on in the boot area and behind the rear seats.
Yep.
All right, now we're at the back end. Moving on from the front, just behind the rear seats, there's a whole lot of electrical gear. So it's the ARB links system and a whole lot of relays above that. Also got your ARB twin compressor, air tank. Looks like about a 9-litre tank or something around there.
It is. Yep.
Is that just for tyres, or is it air actuated lockers?
Nah, just for tyres.
Yep.
He's got an indiflate system as well, so it goes to a air reg, connect all 4, and it lets them all down or pumps them all up as well.
Yeah, right. So you've got to physically hook them in though?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, okay. Where's that outlet?
We will have it on the inside in here.
Inside,
just run a small line to the valve.
Yep.
It will hang up on here.
Yeah, cool.
While
Super
it's doing
easy.
its thing.
All 4 at once.
Yep.
Nice. All right. In the back, there's a little bit more electrical going on here. A couple of outlets here.
Yeah,
some cigarette
just USB
outlets.
ports, your fridge ports, cigarette sockets. Just the usual. We've got solar input as well going into that second battery.
Okay. So is that going to be anything on the roof, or is it just a
portable? It's portable. The Red Arc soft panels.
Okay, just chuck them on the bonnet or something.
Yeah.
What? How many batteries has it got?
It's got 2. It's got one main one, and then the 140 amp hour battery on the in the back here as well.
Okay, is that lithium or AGM?
AGM battery. Yep. Running off a CTEC 25 amp. Yep. DC.
Sweet. Storage here.
Yeah, we've got another 2 of those Zargs boxes to go in the back.
Yep.
MSA fridge side coming in here to drop this down to a bit more.
So it's sort of like 95% done. It's all these little things left
just little
to do
bits and pieces to bolt back in.
And when's he heading off? In about a week?
Next week. Yep.
Got to get under it.
Yep.
These drawers, who made them?
They're front runner as well.
Yep.
That one's got electric chainsaw in it.
Yep. And this one obviously a bit of a pantry or something
storage,
like that.
There's 2 plastic boxes that fit perfectly in there.
Oh, sweet.
Keep it all organised. Yep.
Awesome.
Another storage box tucked up under here. That's a genuine item from Mercedes as well.
Yeah, okay. Is there any plans for like a barrier or anything in there? Or?
It's just got the original Mercedes cargo net.
Oh, it does have
it goes there. Yep.
Cool. All right. Yeah. This is still got to be peeled off.
Yeah.
Keeping it clean.
Trying to keep it clean.
It's like when you get a new phone, you just like, all right, that pretty much sums up the inside. I guess the last thing is what's underneath. All right, we'll look at the wheels and tyres now and what's going on with suspension. These are pretty massive, 37-inch
37-inch BF3s.
Yep.
KM3, sorry.
Yeah, sweet. And the rims are a beadlock, but it's like nothing I've ever seen.
They're a 2-piece beadlock. They run a 15mm thick rubber band on the inside.
Yep.
When you do them up by all these bolts, it clamps both beads out onto the rim.
Oh, okay.
They can pretty much
so
let
it's like
them down
one big plate.
Yeah, that's a solid plate, and then you got your rim on the inside with all the studs protruding through.
Are they steel?
Yep, they're about 27 kilos each.
Holy hell, no wonder it's so heavy. And because you're actually running the beads inside to balance it.
Yeah, counteract beads to help balance.
There's no way to balance it with weight.
Yep.
Yeah, of course. Now the diffs, they're actually got the portal axles, aren't they? They're
a Tybus portal onto the genuine Mercedes diffs originally. Gear reduction hub
in the portal
itself.
Yep.
They're reduced ratio to suit the 37-inch tyres as well.
Okay.
And then we're also running the Tybus dual coil. Coilover
is that hoop there pretty standard, or is that?
That's all been done as well.
Yeah.
So the original shocks and spring mounts have all been cut off the chassis rail.
This will give it more travel, I guess. You put a longer shock in there.
Yep. And this is how they 4x4 squared from Mercedes-Benz in Europe come out with this as well.
Yep. How much is the overall lift on it?
It'd be about 12 inches, I believe.
Yeah.
Compared to a standard one.
Yeah. No wonder it's so big.
Yeah.
They're all obviously remote reservoir. It's like a coilover, so you don't have your coil separate to the shock. It's sort of one unit, like what you have in an IFS car, but obviously it's on a solid axle. twins all around, front and rear. We'll head to the rear now and have a look. That's pretty much all that's on the front. Really, obviously everything is upgraded.
Yeah.
Custom radius arms.
Yeah, they're all Tibus as well.
Yeah.
No cast correction.
Yeah. And massive brakes. I see AMG.
Yeah, AMG brakes still under the front.
4-pot or something.
Yeah, 6-pot.
6-pot.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, we'll have a look at the back. All right, so at the back end, pretty much a mirror to the front. It's got that dual shock and spring setup. Was there much trouble trying to get the thing level, or was it pretty much a kit that?
Yeah, it was pretty much all in a kit form.
Yeah.
You just set it. It was a little bit mucking around to get it at the right height, but overall it was fairly straightforward.
And it's still a 5-link, so you got a pan hard.
Yep.
Control arms.
Control arms.
Are they custom made, or is it a kit?
No, it's all standard. Because of the portal height, portal drop, we didn't have to raise it too much with the suspension.
So how much would the suspension lift be? And then the rest is obviously portal.
It's about 4 inches in the suspension, but everything stayed pretty well exactly. Because you put the portals on, it corrects the caster so they're not rolling forward and stuff like that as well.
It's mint. So obviously a lot of the geometry is pretty close to standard, so it would handle quite good.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, mint. What else on the back? Does it have any airbags or anything for changing height? Yeah.
No, it's just all the coilovers.
Sweet.
Adjustable.
Oh, do you think we covered most of it?
I think so.
There we go. All right. Best day at work ever, they say. Driving a G-Wagon. I thought this had never happened in my life, but here we are. All right, this is going to be tricky because I don't even know how to start the thing. There we go. Mirrors have gone out. Ignition. Foot on brake. There we go. It starts like a normal car. Does it have a handbrake? Oh. Now I've got to be a little gentle with it because it still hasn't been finished completely. Oh God. Oh my God, I just touched the throttle and it took off. I want to get the specs on this, but it's something like, I don't know, 600, what do you say, 600 horsepower and over 1,000 Newton meters of torque. I just flicked the throttle and it launched. This is all I'm going to talk about as the power, by the way. I hope you didn't come here for something else. But the steering wheel feels like a Lamborghini. Also what I do like, it's got big tires, which may be part of the reason, but there's a lot of feedback in the steering. Obviously this thing's so modern, I dare say it'd have electronic steering, which means, oh God, how high is that? Which means you probably don't get a lot of feel back, but this, it has resistance, which is nice, because then you can feel the car. All right, I'm gonna hand this thing back. Look, one thing I really wanted to do, the challenges, in this car. We've got the 100-meter sprint, the flex ramp, obviously comfort and all that, but just because of the way it is and being such an expensive car, they want to make sure it's in tip-top condition. And unfortunately, I fly out to Adelaide in like a couple of days, so I'm spewing I can't do that, but I thought, look, I want to shoot the thing anyway because it's that amazing. I wanted you guys to check it out. I wanted to come check it out. I'm so glad that I came to do this. Obviously, being able to drive the thing is not something that I get to do often, and there's Zachy, the cameraman. It's turned off. It's that modern, it turns off at the traffic lights. I've seen that in cars, but not in a four-wheel drive. You'd need that because it uses so much fuel. You might save a bit sitting at the lights. Seb's going off on a trip soon to run this, so I'm going to see if we can get a little bit of footage from that trip, and I'll run some of that now so you can see it on the tracks, but at the moment it's still sort of babying it around just until it's completely finished with some suspension parts, a bit of wiring to be done, but I definitely had to jump on this and come and see this thing in person because it's absolutely crazy. So thanks for your time today.
Easy done.
It's just
thanks for coming
something
down.
like I've never seen before. So yeah, and I'm sure Seb will have an amazing time on that trip.
Yeah.
Only thing, I hope he doesn't put it on its lid. All right guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. So I've just been ripping around in this thing, on the flat, but there's a jump over there. I'm gonna jump that. But first you got to hit subscribe.